So the true enlightened ones are the ones that actually are targeted. You have a lot of people that are of the hive mind that act like they know intel, and be cautious of those who seem to know so much inside information. There's a lot of people out here that know so much inside information. You have to wonder, are they inside? You have to really consider, are they inside? Because, from them speaking about, from them speaking about the telepathy, the tactics of the gang stalking. You even hear people that say how the gang stalking stopped. And I'm here to tell you, if there's anyone talking about how gang stalking stopped for them, be cautious if it even began. Be cautious if they were even real in the beginning. And you have to know that this is a beast system. So the whole objective of the enemy is to get you to submit. This is a submission game. Everyone you see around you has submitted. Okay, from the guy who's going to wait you, or the waiter at the restaurant you go to the gas station attendant, to the police officer, definitely police officer, definitely your government officials, definitely anyone working for the government. I don't care if they're in office or not. You must know they have submitted to the beast. Okay? There's no one promoted out here who hasn't submitted to the beast. You don't, for me, when I was growing up, I thought that, hey man, I didn't believe in the American dream, because like I said, if you're dreaming, that means you're asleep. It's just common sense. The only time I've had a dream was when I was daydreaming, which means you're not conscious, or if I was asleep. So I didn't believe in the American dream, but I really just thought like, okay, I was doing it, bro. I work, you get a decent job, you save money, and you're able to survive. That's what I thought. I've seen people in my family do it. I got successful people in my family. And so I just thought like, okay, I'm just, you just work. Everybody went to college. I went to college for 2 years, and then I stopped. And I went back recently for paralegal science. But, I was like, I'm just going to work hard, and the money will come. And, it was difficult for me. I'm pretty sure if you're enlightened, you'll know how different it is for you to work and be considered working hard, and for everyone else. It seems like everyone else, all they got to do is show up to work, and they're working hard. And it feels like I damn near have to, level up to a manager position. It's like I damn near had to become a supervisor or manager to be told I was working hard. And I didn't need to be told I was working hard, but I'm just looking, things seem to be much more easier for those who have submitted to the system than for those who are just out here doing their own thing. And so I want you to understand, man, that it's not, don't beat yourself up, because I do this every day. I beat myself up about financial issues, about not being able to get a job, about, am I really sitting here not doing all I can, to be financially sound and stable? And what I found is, yes, because what you'll do is you'll continue to run yourself into a hole. You'll continue to run yourself into a ditch. You'll tire yourself out. You'll stress yourself out over something that you really can't control. And what I mean is, we know that we're advanced. We know that we're able to complete any task that we're trained for, and probably don't even need much training for, for most of the things that we would be interested in working. Anyway, but when you realize that they control the person who's hiring you, right? They control that whole company, because that company is of the beast system. They've submitted to the beast. So if you walk into a job interview, right, you should know that the company is a representation of the beast. There's no way in the world this guy could even be an entrepreneur. We're not talking about drug dealing. We're not talking about anything under the table. We're talking about a legitimate LLC or corporation. You're not out here with, you can get an LLC. You can get an LLC for maybe a couple $100. It's like $150. I have an LLC, but there's difference between having an LLC and having an LLC and having a profitable one. Now you see how she's going to get out to try to see me. You see how this person gets out here as well, right? Like tag team. But anyway, like I was saying, like it's not to the point of where it's not to the point of where excuse me, I was trying to get my thoughts together. But it's not so much to the point of like, you just going to work. It's everything. It's from you going to work to you getting a job to you getting there, everything in between, right? So don't beat yourself up because before you get to the job, know that they're trying to throw you off to make you late to get there for your job or your interview. When you get there, a lot of times, they would ask me for extra information when I got there that wasn't detailed in information in an email that I received. It's just like they give you a lot of runaround for no reason. And sometimes you may just think that, you're just being, there's like the hazing or you're going through the ropes. But you got to realize, man, a lot of people didn't go through the half the ropes we went through. A lot of these people, they talk about trials and tribulations, but a lot of these people, it's called karma for them, especially if you submitted to the beast. If you submitted to the beast, I don't really feel sorry for you. You know what comes with this. I don't feel sorry for people who are of the beast, who get cancer and who get sick. It's crazy, but I don't empathize with them because if you know where they come from, if you know they don't mean well, how the fuck can I empathize with you? You hear stories on social media and it may, we're empaths and we have hearts and it'll touch you. But you have to think about, like, was this guy could have been stalking and banging at a target individual's door. You know what I mean? This guy could have been an asshole, and more likely he was. Who knows? This guy who got sick or some shit happened to him, he was stomping and he was following motherfuckers. He could have been one of the most rowdy motherfuckers, and that's going to be the case for a lot of these clones out here, bro. They're going to want so much sympathy on their deathbed, and they won't get any. And they definitely won't get one after they die. And that's the sad thing about it. That's the real sad part. Sad part is that you do all this evil in your life just to die alone. Like, you guys are going to die alone. Every last one of you. Well, actually, where the world is going, some of you guys will be dying together because when the Most High comes back, it's going to be hellfire. And one thing, as I change topics, one thing that people don't realize is they're fucked because they are under the Most High's judgment, and now Satan is in fight or flight mode. If you notice, I was watching a podcast of Sight to the Blind. Go look that up, man. This brother, I don't really know where he stands as far as his position. I know where he stands with the Most High, but I don't know if he's a target or not. But one thing I wanted to mention was he was talking about how Warren Buffett, closing his stocks, Elon Musk selling all his properties. You understand? These people are multimillionaires and billionaires. These people are fight or flight mode themselves. These people are selling all their things and they're going underground. That's the Bible speaks of, that they will be hiding in the rocks. So these people out here, like this woman right here, she's fucked, man. She doesn't have any grace from the Most High. She probably believes Jesus is that white man who she sees, and Catholic doesn't know that's Satan, that's the Antichrist. And the people who she works for will no longer have control soon because they will be, the world is going to get to a point where those who control the world are going to be running. You understand? They're not going to have time to be sit here and delegate over every little thing that's happening, every little march downtown, every little fucking, what do you want to call them shits? I don't even know what you call them. Not parades, riots. That's what I call them. Those riots that they want to have, they're not going to be there. The world's going to be uproar. The Bible speaks about your neighbor robbing you for bread. These people who come together to rob us are going to be going at each other's necks very soon. Very soon. The same people who follow you, they won't have time to follow you when the end comes because people are going to be going to their houses. They're going to be at each other's necks. And if you really see them, they are at each other's necks. In my neighborhood, I live in Baltimore. So it takes nothing for these niggas to shoot each other. So you can tell they have no respect for one another. And they definitely don't have respect for us. So they definitely don't have respect for themselves. So, like I said, man, I don't feel sorry for these people, man. I don't feel bad. And I don't suggest you do either. Don't feel bad for these people. Shalom.